I'm Dave Hensley, founder of EVP Mediums. The investigation that you're about to see is nothing short than astounding. We were all blown away as a team, and it's been a long time since we've done investigations. In fact, we were on the verge of completely shutting down EVP Mediums, and it appears that the higher power is not going to allow that to happen. But when we do this investigation, I want to explain something to you that for those who are not familiar. EVP is electronic voice phenomena. Our namesake, EVP Mediums. That's how we started out with doing just EVPs. That is voices that are captured on digital, audio, or videotape, and you may not hear them at the time, but then upon playback, there's unexplained voices. This investigation, our camera mics, we were not actively trying to find EVP or communicate using that technology. We were just recording Randy and our clients, and we've got incredible Class A right off the bat. You're going to see a little bit vulgar, but it's very clear it's a woman who is saying these words. We also use a lot of ITC, which is instrumental transcommunication, where we use spirit box and computer programs that somehow, and no one, even the designers of these programs, are quite sure how it works or how the spirits manipulate the frequencies. But you're going to see some incredible validation based upon the client's interview and Randy's astounding walkthrough. Welcome to EVP Mediums, episode number 79, Ruthless.
All right.
I know you hate it. It's.
I know
interesting.
When we first pulled in, if you look at the structure itself, this tree sets the stage, and if you look at it, it's turned upwards.
Like it's drawing from the universe.
Right, and it's keeping the energy.
Like it's drawing from the universe.
Right. And it's keeping the energy, and it can turn
at any minute
and come down. It could have helped feed a previous owner of this home. My own personal feeling about why it could have affected a little bit more of the previous homeowner. My own personal feeling about why it could have affected a little bit more of the previous homeowner. and the residual that's coming over into the new homeowners is that if you think of the time period and as things progressed along, this house has kind of a stately manner look to it in comparison to the homes around it. If you look at the homes around it, they all tend to look more like a split level, bi-level sort of home. And the design of this one, the white house, the black shutters, very conventional colonial home. And the whole feeling that you get from that. This never happens to me very much, but Shelley, you might remember that I've said spirits pass through me.
Yes. Do you want to just pass through? Which way did
Right
it go?
through me. It went right through me. Did you see? It's the weirdest thing ever. Shelley, you might remember that I've said spirits pass through me.
Yes. Did you want to just pass through? Which way did
Right
it go?
through me. It went right through me. Did you see? It's the weirdest thing ever. That feeling is the weirdest thing ever.
I'd sit in this chair constantly and I would see someone walk through. I would see someone here to where I thought it was a cat or something, you know, and I right away, I see some always in the corner of my eye or just like a shadow.
I don't know, something about the window.
First week of December, we had a real warm spell. We had the windows open. Now, they were in disrepair. The window fell out into the screen, busted the screen out. Loki got out and he was gone.
Is that a different window?
We put new windows in, replacement windows, but
It's where it was. I don't know, something about the window. I don't know if she's like stopped in front of it or what, but something about the window. Distress.
Distress. Why do you feel distress?
I think not him, but her. Might have been. They were in here sick.
In here sick.
I think there was a bed, like a hospital bed, maybe here.
hospital bed.
Yeah, they had a hospital
Her
in there.
bedroom is upstairs. They made this into a makeshift
As she was getting older, I guess. That's,
hospital bed.
Are you hearing something? Sensing something?
Well, I'm sensing like like she's having a hard time breathing.
Okay.
But she's really pissed and she really wants to get up and look out the window. Like, I think maybe the bed was there because she always wanted to look out. Like, I need to see everything.
To see what's going on in the world.
Yeah. She actually is being nice for a minute.
Like she likes this one?
Yeah, like she's being nice for a minute. She actually is being nice for a minute.
Like she likes this one?
Yeah, like she's being nice for a minute. Like all of a sudden she's wanting to show me something. She wants to know why you don't put more stuff in here. Like, where is everything? You know, there should be stuff in here. Did she have like kind of, I don't know if you know this or not. I don't know at what point you moved in. Did she have like some big funky looking drapes in here or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because she's like, look at the windows, there's nothing on. Like she's looking for some big funky drapes.
This room had the original green carpet in it, the original drapes. She had a piano over here. They left all this stuff.
Oh, this is like...
You're all right. Makes your head hurt.
Like I'm coming like this. Boom, boom.
All right.
And my eye hurts.
All right, well, why don't we move this way and step away from that energy?
It's like my left eye.
Let's head up.
Did you feel something there?
I fell out the doorway to the corner of the wall. Like coming out, like stumble out the door and went like this and like the side of my head. It still hurts. Like, and my eyes like twitching. Not that that means anything to anybody, but my eye's twitching.
You're drawing a different direction.
Go.
Okay. Go where you're drawing.
Do you want to step in?
Actually, she's saying get the fuck away from that room.
Why is she telling you?
I don't know. She doesn't want me to see what's in there.
What is she saying now that you're in it?
Nothing. It's like, you know that feeling you get when it's like I've been busted?
Yes.
I think, personally, I think maybe her husband was maybe kept in that room.
Do you sense?
I think he was locked in this room. I think she had a big part in his death.
This door was key locked from inside with a key inside, which right away I'm like, what the hell is that?
Like somebody was.
Just had a key, so if you shut this door with a key and lock it from the outside, you're locking someone in this room. So we had a guy from Florane come out here to do the floors. As soon as he got the first top layer down, he calls me up. He says, "You need to come up here and take a look at this." In this floor, scratched all over this floor, was ruthless, 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 die, bitch, ruthless, all over this floor. And that's the honest to God's truth.
Do you sense him at all in here?
I do, but he's just calm. He's just like, take me away from this. Let her have it all.
So he wants released from all of this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was why she didn't want me in here. I think this was like her favorite room to come into, to be a nosy neighbor. Because I think she liked the fact that the windows are placed where they're at. She could look out this one and see everybody coming down the street. She could look out this one and look at just about every direction.
Our neighbor kid, we had him come out here to cut the grass, and he called us up. His father called me up from Georgia and said, "Tom, do you have somebody in the house? Do you have somebody watching the house that's in the house?" He said these blinds opened up, and he's seen a woman standing. He goes, I swear I seen an old lady standing in here. When he came back on his second pass up the tractor, he said the blinds were down and nothing was there.
One of the neighbors, shortly after we had moved in, one of the neighbors came over and asked if we had our mother living with us.
Yeah, I thought my mother was coming to visit. He says, "Hey, is your mother there? I seen some old lady in walking around in her top coat like an old, old
So
school
it's not
robe.
just you guys, your neighbors.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, again, that walkthrough client interview was amazing. And now here with me on this outtake, I have Mary and Shelley. And Mary, welcome to the team. We're really excited to have you. You did an incredible job with the research on the property and the previous owners of the home. And we were all blown away by that.
We were.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Kudos. And, it's interesting having a skeptic on the team. It's good. It's actually good for, there's a difference between a skeptic and a cynic. A cynic, ghosts can come up and bite him in the ass and they'd still deny it. A skeptic, having healthy skepticism is good because a lot of times, especially with ITC, EVP, we even say in the beginning of our, credits that we do not claim that 100% of our translation is 100% accurate, but we believe we capture the intent of what the spirits are saying. But the very first ITC session, how did you feel about that? I mean, were you nervous or were you getting any bits or pieces that you were hearing in real time?
I was nervous. I wasn't sure what to expect, but it was an interesting experience. When I heard what was said, that was kind of an eye-opener because I wasn't expecting to be able to
Hear it in real time?
Hear or see anything in real time.
What was the first thing you heard?
The first word I heard was bitch.
Yeah, I think all of us, that was like crystal clear.
Yeah, it's
I
very
think they
clear.
were talking about Dave.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
Okay, Shelley.
It was definitely clear.
Mary, watching it and seeing the actual transcribe, it's amazing when you can slow down, analyze it, because in real time, our brains are not hardwired to pick up bits and pieces or static. But when you can actually sit back and we can, go through it, it's like a story unravels.
Yes.
Shelley, what were some of the key things that you thought were interesting about the clip that our guests are about to see?
The validation, and you see me,
Right.
I still
Right.
get excited when we get great validations like that, when we said, say Cedar Point.
Yeah.
Clear as day.
Yeah, it was
Clear as
clear.
day.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Even, with
Yeah.
the fingers up, and,
Right.
how many fingers am I holding up?
Oh, you do, and people probably get tired of saying, how many fingers am I holding up?
But it works.
But it works because once they get excited about it, and there was, between the fingers holding up, repeating Cedar Point, there was some really good validation. And the other validation we got in there, which again, you're about to see, you can see, if transcribed correctly, this is my home. You can sense why she has not left.
Right, she's very possessive.
Yeah, extremely.
And the clients, when I did the initial interview with them, they had described the previous owner as
Extremely.
a very possessive woman.
Hello, Ruth. We know you're here. My name's Dave, and I do want to share with you that my grandmother's name was Ruth also. And there isn't a Ruth that I know of that isn't stubborn. Okay, so you kind of fit that profile a little bit. I just want to tell you that we are here to communicate with you to get your story. We are not here to cause harm. We are here that maybe you can understand what you are doing is causing harm if you don't. But as Randy suspects, you do know what you're doing.
Ruth, we understand that there were some hardships in your life and that you felt the need to be in control. But at this point, the new homeowners are in control of this home, and they've allowed you to remain here for this time, but you disrupted their home. And they're asking you to please let it be, let them enjoy their home, and you move on to a bigger, better home where there's no judgment. So anything that you feel you may have done wrong that you need to straighten up and correct, it can't be done here now. It has to go to a higher power.
Can you say your name, please? Hi, who is this? James? I'm Dave. Who am I speaking to? Okay, so validation that you're able to use this device. How many fingers am I holding up, please? How many fingers? Did you hear 5? How many now, please? 2. Ruth, are you here? Can I ask you something? Yes, they did move in here. I understand this used to be your home, correct? Are you upset that they're in your home? Are you upset with me?
Hey.
Who is this? I'm handsome? Thank you. What's my name? Who's this? Who am I pointing to? Who is this? Who's this? Who's this? Charles Henry, are you here? Yeah. Are you afraid of Ruth? Bitch. Stop. Does she hit you?
I think it definitely does.
Ruth, why are you being quiet? Not. Whatever. Whoever may want to communicate, it's important that we understand that you understand us, so I need a validation. Say Cedar Point.
Cedar Point.
There was.
You hear it?
Cedar Point.
There was.
You hear it? Okay. How long have you been here? Yes? Do you want to go to the light? Yes? Do you want to go to the light?
Ruth, tell everybody what you were saying to me upstairs. Tell them when I was going to go into the room where you had your husband locked up. You didn't want everybody to know what you did to him, did you? You know what you did.
Henry.
I'm a widow.
Alfred, are you here, bud? Alfred, buddy, are you here? For our second ITC session, Matt and Shelley head up to Henry's room. Now, Henry, that room, looking at Randy and his facial expression and what he picked up in there, to me was profound. It's one of the most accurate readings I've ever seen him do. How did you guys feel as far as when you were in that room? Now, it was IR camera, so our guest here watching this, you're going to see them clearly grainy, but in green. You guys were in total darkness. How was it? What did you pick up on that?
I felt the room to be pretty heavy.
Okay.
Very much more uncomfortable than the rest of the house.
The air was kind of thick.
How about in real time? What were you catching in real time that you heard?
He was kind of being a prick to the Marines because he was in the Navy.
And you're a Marine.
I am a Marine. I caught some subtleties in some of his text. I don't think that came across, but you could definitely tell that it was him there because only veterans know certain things about the military, so they can talk about that aspect.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I thought it was interesting. He said, "Don't come out to sea."
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty
Well,
cool.
Marines usually put you in the brig, not the Navy.
Shelley, what did you pick up on? I mean, what did you hear in real time, or what moments of that ITC session did you find fascinating?
Well, there wasn't a whole lot that I was able to pick up real time. I did
How
know.
about after reviewing it, what did you think?
After reviewing it, I was pretty amazed. I could definitely sense that it was Henry's room. I know we were getting communication from him. The closet.
Right.
I think they were pretty upset that I opened the closet. And even while opening the closet, the room even got a little bit heavier. I don't know if it did to you, but
I think there was something about the closet that we weren't supposed to open because there was something there while he was alive that
Kept secret. Well, I noticed too, and Stefan called that out as far as the camera went out of focus. Now that could have been, the scanning, and then when the door opened, the depth changed. But what you will notice a slight blurriness when the closet door was open. One of the things that, again, validation-wise, that I found incredible was again, with Randy, and I will actually put in a flashback to what Randy said about that room. But he says, the bitch locked me in. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but you're going to see it here, what was actually said. But we actually have ITC that confirms what Randy felt, heard, and saw during his walkthrough.
I'm trying to get the volume on it here, so bear with me.
Did I say Ruth?
Help, who just asked for help? What's your name?
No.
I think I heard Charles.
I thought I heard Charles.
Okay, so my name is Shelley, and this is Matt.
Ruth, are you with us?
Who slept in this room?
Can any of you guys activate any of these devices in the middle of the room? Just walk up to them and touch them, or move close to them.
There's three. There's three things laying on the floor right now. You're right. Who needs help? Are you afraid to be locked in this room?
Yep.
Why? What happens? What happens when you're locked in this room?
Left.
Closet? Do you want me to open the closet? Don't?
Do what I'm telling you.
What's in the closet?
Something made the camera go all out of focus.
Hey Charles, did you own a business? What was the name of your business?
Ben.
Ben? What city was it in? Alright, so I'm going to ask a really important question to help with our investigation. I'm going to give you a full minute to answer, okay?
Did that say? Big Oscar out.
That's where it's safe to go.
Answer. Stop.
Don't answer, stop.
Okay. We're picking up little tidbits, but to get the story, we're going to have to analyze what you're saying. But rest assured, we're going to figure out your story. But thank you for answering.
Are you a veteran? Yeah.
I was in the Navy too.
used to ride you guys for a taxi. Oh yeah. To some sea.
Do you know the joke about the Marines? About how they can march anywhere and wherever they want until they get the water, then they have to call us to ride?
Who sat on this floor like I am and was carving in it? What did you carve in the floor?
Did she lock you in or did you lock her out? Both.
Do you sense?
I think he was locked in this room. I think she had a big part in his death.
Did she lock you in or did you lock her out? Both.
Oh, that's okay. All right. So we're going to end this session, but as the evening draws close to a close, we are going to cross over those who have not passed. And how about Ruth? Would you like to go to the light?
That was no.
Okay. Well, that's totally up to you. You have free will. Thank you for communicating with us.
For our third ITC session, Mary and Marcia go into Ruth's room, whether it was her bedroom or a room, sewing room, but it's a room that everybody agrees upon was her favorite room. And they do a session in there. Now, what was amazing, and Shelley also was with me, we sat on the top step. They were in that room with the door closed. We were hearing all kinds of ITC stuff. But we kept hearing Marcia changing channels and saying, I'm not getting anything. And Marcia, I mean, you both were in there and you came out and said you got nothing. And we were like, how could they got nothing? Because we could hear all the talking. And then when you saw it put together, what was your reaction?
I was very shocked because sitting in that room, all I heard was static and buzzing.
You heard nothing like words, vocals?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's why I kept changing the channels. I figured there had to be, I got to try something else because I'm not getting anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's never happened before to me.
Right.
So I was really, and when you played the clip, I was very shocked.
What was your reaction watching it and seeing all the answers you guys were getting?
I wish that we would have gone longer.
Yeah, especially at the end.
Yes.
The end. You're going to see at the end, and it's one of those when I was, transcribing, I'm like, oh my God, this is conversation between Spirit and Alfred, and he's reassuring them that he's there to save them or to help them. They ask for me to, or he explains to them that I have to pray, and it's really starting to get interesting and clear, and then Marcia shuts it off. And I'm like, Marcia! But you didn't know.
I did not know, but I won't make that mistake again.
Yeah, I mean, it was just weird. We've never had that happen, ever. I think you're going to enjoy this clip because it's pretty interesting, and you can tell by your reactions that they weren't hearing anything.
My name is Marcia. Ruth, are you here? I understand this was your room. Did you like to look out the windows? How many fingers am I holding up? How many, Ruth? I don't understand why you don't want to talk to us. It's my understanding that you're very present in this house.
My name is Mary, and I've read a lot about you. Did you like teaching?
Can you say hello?
Mrs. Are you here?
Did you kill your husband? Ruth, do you have a message for the people who live here now? What's my name? What's my name? Okay, Ruth, last time. Do you have a message for the people who live in this house? Okay, I'm not getting a whole lot of anything.
And for our fourth and final ITC session, we went down to the basement. Now, guys, for me, I was a little bit disappointed in that because I expected a lot more. We did get some validating stuff and some things. What were your thoughts on it?
I didn't get the energy I felt in the rest of the house. The basement was kind of lacking the energy, I guess, for lack of better words.
Yeah. I think we had I mean, obviously there was some intelligence there. They knew your name and you heard that real time.
I heard the high real time.
Yeah.
You know, and I acknowledged that I heard that. And you could probably tell by my reaction that I didn't hear my name in real time.
Right.
But when I heard it in the transcription, it was like, whoa.
Yeah. It's interesting. When you hear your name for the first time, it's cool.
It was crazy.
It is cool. Hello? Who's here? My name's David. What is your name? Can somebody say hi to Jason for me?
Hi, how are you? I heard that.
Who just said my last name? How do you know my last name? Say my last name again. So that we know that you understand us and you're able to use this application. How many fingers is Jason holding up?
God, how am I holding up? You said hi to me earlier.
There's two.
I didn't hear that. There's two.
All right, yes.
Who said there's two? What's your name? Yeah, we're filming.
Yeah.
These cameras are in IR mode. Can you manifest yourself? Can you move in front of the lights of the camera? Alfred's here. Thank you. Hi, Alfred.
Hi, Alfred.
Hi, Alfred.
Nice to meet you, Alfred. I'm Jason.
We help them. Alfred, we really need you to help move these spirits out of this home. Are we going to be able to do that? Can you do that tonight?
How many are down here with us?
10. There's 10 spirits here? Alfred, how many did you bring with you?
Just two.
So, did you bring 2 or did you bring 8? Okay.
8.
Okay. We're going to help get them all into the light. We want you all to go home.
Yes.
I promise. And finally, we come to the most important part of our investigation, and that is sending the spirits home. This is why we do what we do. And while, unfortunately, the ITC wasn't as clear as I liked, I don't know why this particular time this app or software was so staticky, because it's normally not. But we did get some, I thought, there were some really good messages in there, especially when it says, now we get to go to the light. I mean, what did you think seeing it for the first time?
You know, that was probably one of the first crossovers where I wasn't able to understand a whole lot. And
Right.
you're right, there was a lot of static. And you could actually, you know, after reviewing the video, you can actually see me really trying hard to listen. And I wasn't able to pick up anything. But after you reviewed it and laid it out, it was beautiful. The couple things that we did get was quite beautiful. I just wish we would have got it real time.
I do too, because it's always so amazing when you hear it in real time.
It is.
And I kind of got the sense that, and it was unusual, and for those of you who follow us, it was very unusual for me to say, Lord, if necessary, drag her into the light. But the sense I got was near the end, you see the conversation coming up here where it says, but I love this home. Well, first of all, you hear Ruthie very clear. That came out. And I almost got the sense that somebody from the light was saying, Ruthie. And she didn't want to go. She said, but I love this home. And it almost seemed like there was some bargaining going on there, because her response was, I won't be mad at them.
Right. And, you know, and as you could tell throughout the investigation and even with the client interview, you knew right off the bat that Ruth was very possessive, very possessive of her house, her things, her life. And to, you know, after you translated it and slowed it down and, you know, hearing what she actually said and to hear her bargain, I'm actually pretty okay with that.
Yeah.
As long as she leaves our clients alone and gives them peace. And I'm sure they feel the same way. Just let them live in the house in peace.
Right.
And you can stay.
Jason, being your first investigation, how do you feel about the crossover process?
Well, this investigation was a night of firsts for me.
Right.
I enjoyed every minute of it. The crossover, I wasn't sure what to expect.
Right.
You know, like I've said before with Randy, I've seen the videos, I've seen you do it on video. But being there and doing it and hearing what little we could hear about them seeing heaven and finding peace.
And now we get to go into the light.
And they get to go into the light. That gets you.
Yeah, it does.
It really does.
We ask that you wrap them in love, their relatives, their mother, their father, their children, to greet them home. Can you tell us what you see? What do you see? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Of your unending everlasting love. And Lord, I'm going to make an unusual request. If necessary, drag her home. What do you see? Father, we ask that you keep the light open a little bit longer after we end this. For those who are reluctant to go home, that they change their mind and come into your everlasting light and love. Thank you, Lord, for all of your blessings and for us to meet such wonderful people. This truly is the best part of doing your work. In Jesus' name, amen.